Huh? Huh? Huh?
Hey now, and welcome down to KC Toy Reviews. We're here today with a mouthful. The reason being is I usually just read what's on the box, and wow, there's a lot on this one. So with that said, this is War Stories, Panther Queen, Eternal Heart, the King's Successor in memory of the King and the Brave. Pretty cool saying. I like what I have in front of me. I kind of like all the stuff on the box, even the quality of the box itself. But as always, let's go ahead and dive right in. Alright, so normally I don't talk about the box, nor do I do unboxing videos, and I probably should do them more, and the reason being is this one in particular, the box was fantastic. It wasn't the hot toy quality, very flimsy type box. It was more of a hard, very hard cover style box itself. It had multiple layers to it, so think of a DX Hot Toys box. I guess that's the way to put it. It's not all Hot Toys boxes, but most of the Star Wars ones, very flimsy, kind of put together like a pizza box, the best way to say it. This one, a hardcover style box, and if they're going to put that type of effort and emphasis into the box and the art itself, well, my guess is that they're going to do the same into the figure, so it gave me a little bit more, how do we say, trust as soon as I got this thing in hand. And, well, it backed it up, and I'm very excited for what is in front of us. If I were watching this video, one of the first things I would be wondering is how does this stand up compared to the Black Panther in the Killmonger Hot Toys figures? And the answer being, it doesn't necessarily 100% stand up to it as far as quality goes, but it's close. I want to say 20% less. Hot Toys being 100%, it's right there. Fantastic suit for both the Killmonger and Black Panther suits. And this one's just sitting there at 80%. But being a third-party company and what they pulled off, very excited for what we still have in front of us. And they did a fantastic job. And very similar to the Black Panther suit, and I don't have it here. I'm pretty sure we can put this under the UV light, and all the purple and stuff would show up in different really cool lighting. So just another extra step for the pricing and everything we got. And I want to say all in from Giant Toy, this was $189 shipped. I always guess, but I'm always pretty close. But $189 shipped, nonetheless, $200 shipped for this fantastic figure. I think so far, it's hit everything that I felt as far as quality and what I was looking for on the nail. Now, are there any shortcomings? Sure, there are a couple shortcomings, but so far, this thing is absolutely fantastic for a third-party representation. What you see is what you get. However, there's kind of this cool Transformer-ish combination that you can put together, right? So, first off, I do have these blaster hands that are on here. This piece here actually does come off. I don't know. Usually I knock the figure over in camera and something crazy. Oh, thank God. So this piece does come off, and obviously same with the other hand. And then you have this little handle that came with it. So if you want, you can build yourself a double-sided blade, glaive, whatever you want to call it. But I thought it just looked really badass with the way it is in hand here. So how do we do this? Right there? Yeah, I think it's like that. Yeah. As you can see, very clever system with the way it kind of clips back in there. Now, you don't necessarily need to do that, and the reason I want to mention that is if we get this back out, and please don't fall, on the back side here, let's try to get it right here and kill two birds with one stone. They've gone with a magnet system. Now, I have been barking over and over, most 1/6 scale figures out there should start utilizing magnet technology. This piece here that actually can hold the swords, and I want to say it holds them something like this. just for the sake of conversation. It holds it like that in the back, right? Pretty cool that it holds a sword, but the best part about it is this is an actual magnet system. So boom, comes right off like that and sucks right back on like that. Same thing with the head sculpt. The head sculpt. Oh, no! I'll tell you, once out of every 6 or 7 videos, I drop or destroy or break something in these videos. But the head sculpt. As you saw, I was able to take the head sculpt off magnetically. I'm not going to blame the figure company. It was more my fault. I'm sure something got stuck there because I do love the magnet system. We do have a second head sculpt that comes with it. It was very odd the way they blocked the eye there. I was even myself kind of trying to look at an angle to see it, but decent head sculpt or second head sculpt that comes with it. I'm not sure necessarily who that's trying to be. I'm sure it's just a comic or artistic, however you want to say it, artistic representation of whatever they want to say is the Panther Queen, but as I've mentioned, very easy to get it back on. So as easy as that to get that second head sculpt on. And with that being said, I am not a big fan of face head sculpts. I think most of them are kind of garbage. How could you not want this one here? I mean, that thing is badass. That is a cool head sculpt that comes with it. And let's just plug this arm piece back in without destroying or knocking over the figure again. Boom. Pretty cool. Again, you can combine these two. You can put them on the back. I'm just going to put up a picture real quick to show you. You can hold the blasters and still have the arm pieces on the back, but I don't know. This just looks badass with the blades on the hands and the blasters. The one last thing I would note, I did see in a lot of the pictures it showed, the mouth opens up on this. The mouth opens up terribly. I mean, like a millimeter, the mouth opens up. So if you were looking to get that thing in a really cool pose with the mouth opens up, you might be very disappointed unless I'm doing something wrong, but it opens up just a tiny bit. And that is it. A couple last little notes, I would say, just kind of picking on them, war story. If we're going to point out a couple little things, the high heels on a superhero suit, I'm sorry, I'm starting to laugh, was the cheesiest thing I've ever seen. If you're going to have this high-tech, insane superhero suit, why would she put high heels built into it? I mean, they would just have normal shoes. So, hey, man, it's 2022, or hey, team over there, forgive me, it's 2022. Everybody's kind of equal nowadays. I'm sure that we didn't need high heels built into this character, but nonetheless, everything else was really cool. I just thought that part was a little bit cheesy. It would have normal shoes, just like Black Panther. Whether it's a man or a woman, they run the same. I'm sure a woman running on high heels would still have a very difficult time if they're going through a battle situation. So that part was a little bit funny, but really excited. I'm not sure why, but I was looking forward to this thing for a long time. I've had both Black Panthers, both the T'Chaka Toy Fair exclusive, the regular one, Killmonger. Unfortunately, I do not have them anymore to do a side-by-side, but I wanted to get this thing in hand to see, hey, is the quality the same? And the answer was, it's pretty damn close. But the cool part on top of the quality is that you have all these awesome accessories, these blasters, these blades. And one thing I'm a sucker for is custom bodies. So we have this kind of custom thin female body underneath here. It has great movements, kind of all the stereotypical, 1/6 scale joints that you can get to get it into all the cool poses that you want. Obviously, it could possibly damage the suit. I don't normally get into most of that stuff, but as far as the technology goes, I'm excited that they went with magnets on some of the stuff. The way the blades / glaive were interchangeable with the blasters, the back of the suit, or making them into one piece. I mean, the possibilities as far as pictures and posability are endless on this thing because of all the different variations that you have in front of us. They did a good job with the suit. They did a good job with the look, the colors, the contrast. I mean, on top of that, as I always bitch about, they included a stand. So I'm really excited for the figure that I have in front of me. And one thing I always like to know is, am I going to keep it or is this going to probably move on? And the answer is, I'm probably going to keep this one because I'm genuinely excited for what I have in front of me. And I think this thing is bad ass. Now, as always, let's slap a score on this figure. And it's actually going to be a pretty high one because I like this thing. A couple shortcomings, as always. It's third party. I don't expect it to have the exact same quality as Hot Toys. They have different funding. They have access to different things. With that said, I already know what it is. I feel it in my heart, in my brain, in my chest, in my arms. It's wiggling through me. It wants to come out right now. I'm going to say it. 8.1 out of 10. And that's a good score. Now, I very rarely give things over a 9, but 8.1 out of 10, I really, really like this figure. I'm going to keep it for a long time. I think as far as quality, it has some longevity. Are there some shortcomings? Sure, a couple things, but nonetheless, it's a fantastic, fantastic figure. Highly suggested. I truly think that this thing will skyrocket in price, probably by $100, if not more, once this is sold out, because there's nothing else like it on the market, and the quality is very, very good. And that is it here for us today. War Stories, Panther Queen, Eternal Heart, the King's Successor, in memory of the hero and the brave. Casey Toys. See you guys next time.
Huh?